Hi, my name is Chris Turner. I designed and developed this training course that you signed up for, and I'd really like to thank you for doing that. So I'd now like to talk to you about Step 8, Standardized Work. So what is standardized work? Well, basically, one of the key things that we have to do in every lean organization is really to start to take a look at how people do their jobs and try and come up with the best methods for doing that. For instance, you could have 3 people doing the same job. They're all doing it differently, coming up with the same kind of result, maybe. But what we want to do is we want to be able to repeat that activity consistently and come up with the same result. So for instance, from a quality perspective, it makes sense to do that because we can't have the person number 1 having great productivity in terms of their output, but they don't do very good quality. Number 2 person has got great quality, but they don't do things very fast, and so on. So we've got to come up with a common solution in terms of the best practices, and then be able to use that to train everybody up to a standard level. And that's where standard work comes in. It's really defining what that standard is. Now, one of the key things you're going to learn in this training is that one of the key things about standardization is we're going to move from optional to required behavior. Sounds pretty awful, but it's not awful at all. If you think about it, we do it every day. When we drive our cars, we have to drive in a required pattern of behavior, because if we don't, there'd be crashes, there'd be crazy things happening on the highways. I know that does happen, but most people really do a good job and they do what they're supposed to. They stop at a red light and they go on a green one. They stop at a stop sign and so on. And that's really what the required behavior is. In a lean environment, we need exactly the same kind of behavior. It's important to make sure that we actually understand what that best practice is, and then we train everybody to participate in that best practice and to adhere to that best practice, and that we get them involved in developing that best practice, and then from there onwards, they perform their job according to that best practice, and that becomes the standardized methodology. And then if it's improved at some time in the future, that new improved method will become the standard method once it's accepted and proven to be successful. And that's what standardized work is really doing. It's defining the best practice and moving everybody from an optional to a required pattern of behavior. I hope you enjoy this training. Thank you for signing up for this, and please give me your feedback. I always appreciate hearing from people on what they think of the training.